Good morning, students. Today we will start chapter number 6 of Bio, the circulatory system. Circulatory system can be defined as the transport system which circulates nutrients, minerals, essential chemicals, and the respiratory gases to all parts of the body. The transport system brings oxygen and the digested food materials to the cells from specific organs. It also takes away the waste from the cell to the excretory organs. This provides a rapid movement of materials in and out of the body. In an adult human body, there is about 5 liters of blood forming an amazing transport system within the body. The circulatory system comprises of 3 main components: blood, which is the fluid which transports the substances to and from the cells of the body. Second, the blood vessels. It is a network of transporting vessels which comprises of arteries, veins, and capillaries that distribute and collect the blood to and from the body. Third part, the heart, which is the pump which pumps the blood throughout the body. Blood is the life giver of the body. It is a red color liquid that connects the different body parts and also maintains the continuity within the body. It comprises of a complex mixture of plasma, which is the liquid part of blood and constitutes 55 to 60% of the total blood. Others are the blood cells, which are found in the plasma. They constitute 40 to 45% of the total blood. They are of 3 types: red blood cell or RBCs, white blood cell or WBCs, and platelets. The components of blood. Plasma. The plasma is the straw-colored liquid part of the blood. About 90% of plasma is water and 10% constitute dissolved substances such as digested food, salts, hormones, and the waste products and antibodies. Red blood cells. These are also known as erythrocytes. They are made in the bone marrow of the long bones and broken down in the liver. They have the lifespan of about 120 days. More than 200 million red blood cells get destroyed and immediately replaced in every second. These are the most abundant component of the blood. These are present in large number in the blood. The red blood cells contain a protein called hemoglobin, in which the heme part is iron, responsible for the dark red color of the blood. Hemoglobin is very important compound of blood because it can attract and carry oxygen molecules and distribute them to each cell of the body. The hemoglobin present in the red blood cells carries oxygen to different body cells in the form of a compound called oxyhemoglobin. When the blood reaches the cell that needs oxygen, the oxyhemoglobin again splits into oxygen and hemoglobin. The oxygen is retained by the cell and hemoglobin carries carbon dioxide from the cell to the lungs in the form of carbaminohemoglobin. A red blood cell has a disc-shaped structure. Unlike other cells, a mature red blood cell does not have a nucleus. White blood cells are also known as leukocytes. They are colorless and circulate throughout the body. They are irregular in shapes. Unlike the RBCs, they have a nucleus and are less in number. They have an average lifespan of only a couple of days. On the basis of their appearances, origin, and function, the white blood cells are of various types. They have the ability to change their shapes, so they can easily reach the site of infection where they fight against infection and harmful substances that invade the body by engulfing them. On the site of wound, some white blood cells surround the germs and dead cells of the wound and digest them, while some other white cells make a special type of chemical named antibody. The antibodies help the body to fight with the diseases. Platelets, also called thrombocytes, are colorless blood cells. They are disc shaped without nuclei. They are made in the red bone marrow. They have a lifespan of about 5 to 10 days. They are the smallest formed elements of the blood. A cubic millimeter of blood normally contains about 1,50,000 to 2,50,000 platelets. Platelets help in clotting of blood and thus prevent loss of blood. Now we will do a comparative study between the three types of blood cells. Formation. The red blood cells are formed in the bone marrow of the long bones. White blood cells are formed in the bone marrow and in the lymph nodes. Platelets are formed in the red bone marrow. Color. The red blood cells are red in color, white blood cells are colorless, and the platelets are also colorless. Structure. The red blood cells are disc-shaped structures, white blood cells are irregular in shape, and platelets are disc-shaped structures. Lifespan. Red blood cells can live for 120 days, white blood cells only a couple of days, and platelets 5 to 10 days. Nucleus. In the mature red blood cells, the nucleus is absent. In the white blood cells, the nucleus is present. In the platelets, the nucleus is absent. Now the functions. Red blood cells transport the nutrients and oxygen throughout the cells of the body. White blood cells protect the body from disease-causing germs, and the platelets help in the blood clotting. What are the functions of blood in our body? Blood is very important liquid part of our body because it performs the functions such as transportation, regulation, and protection within the body. So we can study about the functions under the following headings. First, transport of nutrients. The major function of the blood is to transport nutrients absorbed from the intestine to each cell of the body. Second, transport of the respiratory gases. The blood carries oxygen from the lungs to the cells and carbon dioxide from the cells to the lungs. Hence plays an important role in the transportation of respiratory gases. Third, drainage of the waste products. The blood carries the metabolic waste products like urea, uric acid, and bile pigments to the kidney, which filters the wastes and excrete them from the body as the urine. Maintenance of body temperature. It controls the body temperature at 37 degrees Celsius and equally distributes heat from one part of the body to another part of the body. The maintenance of water. It maintains the water balance to constant level and distribute it uniformly over the body. It provides water to the cells when they require and take excess water from the cells. Along with water, blood also controls the level of minerals such as sodium and potassium in the body. The last function, the defensive action, it kills the disease causing bacteria and other harmful organisms by transporting the disease fighting white blood cells to the site of injury.